Mark Rogers TV with you just a few minutes after the Buckeyes disposed of Bowling Green, 77-10, and the Falcons only scored on defense. So Bowling Green actually went up in this game 7-0. JT Barrett making one of his few mistakes on the day with a pick six early. So Bowling Green with a shocker early at 7-0. So JT Barrett's performance, and we really don't need to focus on the game in particular, but some of the Buckeyes standouts, some of the young standouts that we've never seen before, who may play a huge role in a quest for a Big Ten championship. So for JT Barrett, we'll talk about him first, and we know what JT Barrett can do. 6 touchdown passes on the day, 349 yards, 21 for 31. Urban Meyer said before the game, this is JT Barrett's show, not just meaning today, but this year. The shouldering of this team and this offense goes on the captain, JT Barrett, and he came out and he threw the pick six. He also almost threw another similar interception, and this is something that Barrett talked about prior to the game. One of the weaknesses that he sees in his own game that he has seen on film is that he double hitches both situations, the interception and the would-be interception, both in situations in which he did not recognize underneath coverage in the flat. So he needs to work on that. He was going for the slant, then he went off to the other guy, and he got fooled by the defender in the slot and threw what would have been 2 interceptions. He did throw the pick six, 7-0 BG. Mike Weber, we want to talk about him. Redshirt freshman, much ballyhooed as a 4-star out of Detroit, redshirted in 2015, of course. The rushing duties, I think, were handled by Ezekiel Elliott pretty well. This was a top 10 running back, speaking of Weber, top 80 overall player, and he looked the part in his first start at Ohio State. 19 carries for 136 yards. Also, Curtis Samuel. Well, here's a guy that we have seen in the past, but we've seen him in different roles. To start the 2014 season, before Zeke Elliott took off and became the back that would eventually be the 4th overall selection in the NFL draft, Samuel was battling Elliott for carries at that point, actually ran for 383 yards and 6 rushing touchdowns 2 years ago. Limited role last year because Zeke was the guy, and Samuel only carried the ball 17 times as a rusher, but caught 22 passes. In this game, we got to see the Curtis Samuel that we'll see most likely all season. In space as a receiver, 9 receptions for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. And as a running back, 13 carries for 84 yards and a 3rd touchdown. Curtis Samuel, definitely a weapon as a junior for the Buckeyes, a fun guy to watch work in space, a multifaceted player that can be the traditional running back, the H-back, the wide receiver, both in the slot and possibly to the outside. KJ Hill is a redshirt freshman, plays his first game from North Little Rock, Arkansas. He was a 4-star and a top 150 player. He had 2 receptions for 58 yards and a 47-yard touchdown in which he burned the defense. Noah Brown coming back from a excruciating injury in fall camp of 2015, so he's back healthy. Good to see him contributing. 3 for 46 in receptions for a touchdown, a top 150 player out of New Jersey. Noah Brown, now a sophomore. We want to talk also about Malik Hooker, a safety. He's a junior. He made 2 interceptions on the day, and one of them was just tremendous. He was playing the opposite side of the field in a cover 2, ranged all the way to the right sideline of the defense, made an incredible interception. You got to check it out on YouTube. One hand, high pointed the football, tipped it to himself as he fell to the ground and caught the ball with the other hand. 2 interceptions for Hooker. He did get some experience last year, 179 plays on the field, mostly as a special teams player, 25 on defense. Again, the 2 picks, the one incredible in replacing as the number 1 safety for the Buckeyes, Von Bell, Tyvis Powell, both off to the NFL. Ohio State 77-10 over Bowling Green. Tulsa's up next, Oklahoma in 2 weeks in Norman. Would love to hear what you have to say about the young Buckeyes right here on Mark Rogers TV.